Hey folks, I can give a little bit of an update. It's been a while since I've made a video, so Monster Project videos will be done this week. I think Friday is the last one. March 17th anyways is when it's scheduled to be out. Yeah, it's working on the rear fender for the Monster. And, as you can see, it never got finished. I got these welded up and painted, hung them on the back of the chair to dry, and they've sat there ever since. Just kind of ran out of time, ran out of energy, ran out of nice weather. So, on all winter without the rear fender on the Monster, it's quite a mess back there now. And a lot of rust forming already. It's insane. So I'm going to clean the Monster up as soon as I can, once the weather turns warm. So it's March 11th today, and we've had 10 days till spring. It's not acting like spring. Wyerton Willie's got some explaining to do. We're supposed to have an early spring this year. It's not. So we got more snow again, and I did some shopping, that's about it. And it's supposed to be nice today, and it is. It's sunny. There's barely a cloud in the sky, but it's chilly. It's very deceptive. It looked like it was so nice out. So I just went out. I wanted to get some fresh air, go grab a coffee, go for a drive, and come home and clean up the snow, because today's the only nice day. Sunday and Monday we're supposed to get more. And it's just, the last bit we had finally melted, and then this new stuff came. And it wasn't heavy wet snow, so I would have been able to clean it up, but I don't have the energy today. I can't do it. I wanted to. That's one of the reasons I came out, just to get something done, but it didn't work out that way. But it is chilly. So I was going to talk about the rear fender and that, and explain. I'm kind of glad I didn't put them on anyways, because I do want to strengthen these. This isn't the broken one, I don't think. Yes, it is. It's got the leftovers from welding. So this is the part that hooks onto the transaxle, this part right here. And there's a lot of open space in here, so I can put something. I think I talked about this when I was doing this originally. I can put a piece of steel I do have a piece in reach. So I can take a piece of flat bar and I can weld it across here. Yeah, I'll still be able to get the socket on there to attach the plastic part, but I can weld this across that opening to give it a little extra support and keep these from breaking again. Oops. Because these have broken so many times right in this area. That's why this is on here. The welding shop in Hanover, where I had the roll bar extension and the battery tray, and the trailer hitch made. I think there was something else he did. Oh yeah, he fixed the seat post on my old scooter. That's the first job he did for me. So this kept breaking right in this area in here. So I got him to put this on here. This strengthened it, because I can't have anything on this side, because the plastic part of the fender comes out and over here. So there's no room to put anything on this side at all. So he just cut a piece of steel to match this and welded it on. I haven't had any issues with that yet. So, but I don't think I will. It's good and strong now. So I kind of want to do the same thing with this part here, but the hole here for mounting the rear. Yeah, put this in view. Actually, make it easier for you to see what I'm doing here. There's a hole here where the plastic fender mounts onto this, so I can't block that hole. But I can put the steel across the outside here, because it won't interfere with anything. So the transaxle's in here. There's lots of space here, so that won't be a problem. I was going to show you that. I don't, like I said, I have no energy today. I don't feel like taking the camera off of here. And so when I get to this project, I'll show you. It'll be a lot easier. But getting everything together to prepare for this video, like I say, this has been hanging off the back of my seat here in the garage all winter, and there's rust coming through my fresh paint. It hasn't even been exposed to salt yet, so I have never had an issue with trim clad or rust paint before. Never. And since I've been using on the Monster, it's not stopping the rust. The rust is coming right through, and I get blasted by salt, and everywhere I painted is rust again. So I don't know if they're making the paint cheaper or what it is, but it's not doing its job anymore. I don't know how well you can tell, but hopefully it will focus on it. I can't tell because my eyes are blurry, but it looks like it is. It's all rust. Just from sitting here in the garage. It has no salt exposure whatsoever. So that's kind of disappointing. So I'm going to do a little bit of research and see if there's anything else. I don't know what Rust-Oleum paint is like. I might take a look at that and just go online, see if anybody has any suggestions, like people that use rust paint all the time, you know, what works better or whatever. Because I've been asked before, why don't I use primer when I'm painting. You don't need primer with the rust paint, but I might have to. That kind of sucks, because that means I gotta paint twice. And I don't use spray paint because it's too expensive. It gets wasted. It doesn't cover thick enough. A lot of it gets oversprayed, and I have to cover everything up when I do it. It's easier just to brush with paint, or paint with brush. I can put it on thicker. It goes exactly where I put it. There's no overspray. There's dripping, but you know, I'm not wasting a lot of paint, and it's a lot cheaper. So, but I would have to get, you know, I would have to brush paint the primer for the same reason, you know. Because if I spray primer, I do have primer somewhere. I did. I don't remember what I used it for. Actually, it's probably in the basement. I haven't used it since I've been here. I used it in Hanover. I don't remember. Oh, I think when I painted the roll bar extension, I think that's where I used it. I used the primer on it. But I don't know, guys. I don't know. I might have to use primer and just use more of a, what's the word? A hard shell kind of paint. I can't think of what it's called. Enamel? I don't know. But if I do that and I start to get rust again, then it's going to be harder to clean that off. Scrape it off. I don't know. We'll see. But like I say, the Monster is 7 years old, almost 7. It'll be 7 in May. So, you know, the rust is pretty much embedded in the steel now, and the only way I could really clean it off completely is to sandblast. And I don't have a sandblaster. I'm not gonna buy one. And it just make a huge mess. Plus, I'd have to take things apart because you can't sandblast plastic. I'd have to take things apart to do that. So. I don't know. That will figure something out. So I am going to do things differently this year as far as the projects go. I talked a little bit about that, but I didn't really explain a lot. I am going to do things differently. I have a timer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to limit my activities to 15 minutes at a time. It will make it a whole lot easier to make the videos rather than just going through and trying to decide where to break. Because videos can get kind of long if, you know, I just kind of look for a natural place where I can split, you know, the video, and rather than just, you know, fading out at some point, I can actually, once the timer goes off, I can actually end that particular video. You know, because I can be out here for, you know, 3 or 4 hours working on the monster straight, you know, and then I gotta split that up because I can't do that all in one video. Which is why it took so long, because September 24th is when I stopped working on the monster, and it's now March, you know, so March 17th, so it'll be almost exactly 6 months since I stopped working on the monster and finishing off the videos. And I never even realized how many I had until I got into the 70s. The last video is number 89. Project number 89. Like, wow, 89 videos. Just working on the monster. This year shouldn't be so bad unless I have more problems. It shouldn't be so bad because I don't have to do what I did last year. Because I had a lot of problems I had to figure out how to fix, and I experimented, tried this, tried that, and whatever didn't work, I had to try it again. So I got that all worked out now. So I don't have any more experimenting to do. The only thing I really don't know is getting that bolt out, that swivel bolt. I am going to try to do that. I'm going to try drilling it out, but I don't know. But for now, I can't do anything this month at all. I have no money this month. I paid off the monster. I had the final payment, and I paid the extra. And I had to spend $80 right at the end of the month to start with. So the money's just not going to be there this month. But that's why I paid the monster off completely. So next month, when the weather starts getting warmer, I can start doing things. I'm going to have the money to do it. That was the whole idea. So this month, that's okay. But I want to get everything together as much as I can to just be ready. You know, so when I start working on the monster, I don't have to wait for parts to show up. I've got everything ready to go, done, right? That's the plan. I guess we'll see. But that's how I want to do it this year. Just do, you know, little bits at a time, and just kind of, when the timer goes up, just make a natural break for that video. It's a whole lot easier. And then once I've done that, I'll start the next video, work another 15 minutes. Easier. But we'll see how things go anyways. I do have a lot of work I'm going to need to do, obviously. But, you know, the biggest thing is going to be figuring out that paint situation, how to stop the rust, because the rust is coming from underneath. Like I say, this bracket has not been exposed to salt. It sat in here all winter. It gets damp in here, yes, but no salt, just damp. So that salt's coming from underneath. So I gotta figure something out. There's a way to stop that rust before I paint it. I will figure that out. I know everybody suggests things, but it's that as far as rust proofing goes, some kind of coating. I don't remember exactly what it is now. But that'll go on after I paint, right? To protect from new salt, you know, creating new rust. So what I need is something to stop the rust that's already there on the steel itself underneath the paint. That's the solution I need for that. And I want to try something. If any of you guys do any welding, I have a question for you. This isn't a requirement. It's just something to make me a little more comfortable. I found goggles, welding goggles. Now, the problem I have with my helmet is it gets really, really hot in here. When it's hot in the garage and I have this on, my breath blowing it back into my face, it gets super hot under this helmet. And as you see, I work in the garage here without my shirt on, and I'm still sweating like crazy, and this does not help. So I found goggles that have the self-dimming screen or viewer, and that would solve the problem. But I cannot weld without glasses. So my question is, if any of you guys out there that do welding that wear glasses, can you wear those goggles over your glasses? Now the nice thing is the arms are extendable, so I can adjust how far back. So that would cover, you know, if I had to pull them away from my face a little bit. But my question is, are they wide enough to go around? Because if these are on my face, it's got to go around the corner. So that's my question. Can you wear glasses with those goggles? And they're nice. They're like $30. So that's pretty cool. Because this helmet here was $80. So the actual goggles themselves are $30. So I don't mind paying for that if it's good. But I don't want to buy them and find out that I can't wear my glasses with them, because I cannot weld without glasses. I have to have these on, otherwise I can't see what I'm doing. So that's my question with that. Oh, it's still, like I say, it's deceiving outside. It looks nice, but it's pretty chilly. But I saw the heron today, or a heron. I still don't know if there's more than one here. I don't know what kind of territory they have, but I saw it today. I don't think it's on video, because as I was coming up to the boat launch, it was flying up the river, so it's off to the side. You probably can't see it. And once I parked, it's on the other side of the river, and it flew across to my side farther upstream. I don't know if the camera caught that or not. Probably did, because this camera is 170 degree angle, so it's probably wide enough that you can see it, but I don't know, it's far away. I don't know, but we'll see. But I still haven't heard any robins. I haven't seen any robins. A couple days ago when I was out, I thought I saw a robin at first. Turned out it was a starling. I don't know. They don't look anything like each other. I don't know how I made that mistake, but... Oh, speaking of mistakes. I stopped at Dollarama for Zach. You wanted me to pick him up a couple things. And I come out and get ready to leave. I look behind me, just make sure no kids park their bikes or their scooters or whatever behind me. Yeah, I hit the throttle and I went forward instead of backwards and took out the garbage can. I don't think I've ever done that before. Oops. I pulled on the throttle instead of pushing. So I didn't damage my basket. That was my biggest fear, because the basket is only plastic. It's a concrete garbage can. But I did affect my headlight, the bumper light. I looked at it, it's pointed upwards a little bit, and it was turned to the right. So I straightened it out and it's all good. But, oops. Unfortunately, I probably scraped paint off the front bumper, which is going to lead to more rust now. Take care of that if I can. So, I don't know what else to say. I haven't really done anything else. Nothing's really happened while I was out. So, I guess I can end here. I don't have anything else to add that I can think of. I guess that's it. So that's the update, and maybe I'll do another one in a couple days after this next snow moves through, because it's supposed to be Sunday and Monday. So we'll see what happens with that. Hopefully we don't get too much. I'm done with this.